A Michigan man faces up to 5 years in prison for allegedly threatening to murder Jewish leaders in the state. John Eugene Carpenter was indicted on hate crime charges yesterday after prosecutors say he posted on social media about plans to, quote, carry out the punishment of death to Jewish government officials in Michigan. That group reportedly included Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel, who says the FBI told her she was among those targeted. Joining us now is CEO and National Director of the Anti-Defamation League, Jonathan Greenblatt. His book, It Could Happen Here, is out now in paperback. Jonathan, it's good to see you. You at the ADL are out with a new report kind of drilling down into the problem of anti-Semitism. What did you find?
Yeah, well, we released a new report this week, actually specifically on the topic of white supremacist propaganda. And it probably won't surprise you, Willie, because we've talked about these issues here on Morning Joe before. But we saw, again, almost a 40% increase year over year in white supremacist propaganda across the United States. We had incidents in all 48 continental states. We saw nearly a doubling of that kind of propaganda specifically focused on Jews. But everything from, banners thrown over highway overpasses to a 50% increase in white supremacist public events, to stickering, flyering, even using, if you will, laser images projected on buildings. The reality is extremists feel emboldened in this moment, Willie. And I think it's something we've all got to worry about, because the lead-in that you just did, what almost happened in Michigan, is a reminder that rhetoric can lead to real-world violence.
Jonathan, looking at this report, you would think, and you and I have talked a lot and worked a lot on some of the issues that you're dealing with, anti-Semitism, racism, homophobia. You would think after Charlottesville that it would shock the nation into making progress. Yet we've seen synagogues shot at, we've seen the rise in white supremacist literature, and on social media, even people calling themselves neo-Nazis marching on Broadway plays.
That's right.
What do you think is the impetus of this? Why have we seen an increase rather than a decrease in people being bold with their hate after Charlottesville?
So I think there are a few things going on. I definitely think social media is a sort of super spreader of extremism and hate. I think these extremists feel emboldened on all sides to get into the political process. But I will say, while you have, if you will, extremists on both sides of the spectrum, last weekend at CPAC, candidate Trump was using the kind of language about expelling warmongers from the party. He talked about driving out the globalists, casting out the communists, throwing off the political class. That's right out of Goebbels. And so in an environment where political leaders are engaging in such poisonous rhetoric and using it to propel their political campaigns, nobody should be shocked that white supremacists feel like now is their time.
So it is the mainstreaming by people in the political acceptable kind of public space.
I would say whether you're president of the United States or president of a university or president of the school board, when you give explicit permission like he did, or you give it implicitly by not calling it out when it happens, in the end, all of us suffer.
How difficult is it for those, you and I and others had a hate summit at the White House that we asked for, that the president and vice president came. How effective is it for organizations, gatherings, just people in the neighborhood coming together? How important is that, or is that just symbolic and really is not effective?
Symbols matter. We need a whole of society strategy to stop this, because there's no silver bullet, Rev, right? There's no wand we can wave that'll make it go away. So we need people in public life to speak out, people in positions of authority, whether you're the president or the speaker or a local, again, elected official. Showing up matters, but so does sticking around. So it's great to do the summit on United We Stand. Now we need a United We Stand all year round that looks at, is law enforcement working effectively with communities following up on hate? Are faith leaders speaking out from the pulpit? Do we have business executives using their platforms in order to create not just inclusive environments, but again, like these social media companies, they have a responsibility to take a stand and to push back on the kind of prejudice that their algorithms are amplifying.